welcome to Cripple Fix It. I'm going to attempt the oil change today on my office. I was going to do it, then I wasn't because it started raining. And now I've decided I'm going to do it again. Assuming it don't start raining again. Now, you think oil change work's easy, isn't it? And it is an easy job. But what isn't so easy is I need to plan it a bit. Because I want to limit the amount of times I go under the car and then out of the car and then under the car. I want to limit that as little as possible. I'm warming the car up at the moment, which is why it's running. You'll probably hear. I'm not going to use an engine flush. I'm just going to warm up the oil as much as possible. I don't mind using engine flushes. I'm not against them, but because this is a diesel with a turbo, and I don't know when it was last done, I don't want to risk it. I don't think you should do it every oil change. So my plan, I'm gonna use a bit of retro equipment here, which you may not have ever seen. Most people don't use this anymore because they're a bit of a pain. But I'm going to use ramps. Every garage has got one. It's got a set of ramps in there, but they're not often used. Now, there probably is a reason for it. What the reasons are: getting the car on the ramps can be a bit of a game. You can get up and then they fire out the front, which is never good. You can get up and then one of them fire out and it goes down. But there is a bit of a technique, of which I used to know when I used them all the time. I think I still know, but you'll see, hopefully. You'll see a seamless drive up onto the ramps. When it's on the ramps, I'm going to put my bit of carpet down to protect myself from the floor. It's not quite big enough, but it's better than nothing. So bear that in mind. Keep a bit of old carpet when you next have your carpet changed for working on a car. It's better than sitting on the floor. A lot better on your bottom. So that hopefully then I will take the drain pipe out and plug out and drain it and leave it draining. The oil filter is a canister type, which is the all-in-one metal thing. Unscrew it, screw the new one on. A bit of oil on the rubber seal to stop it, so you can get it up much tighter. That's the plan. Check your oil filter before you start that you've got the right one, because I mean, it's not the end of the world unless you take it off. And there are various different tools for getting oil filters off. I used to use a screwdriver get it in the right place, smack it into the canister all the way through till it comes out the other side, and then you've got a lever to undo it. If you can't do it by hand, quite often you can't do it by hand. It's a bit messy doing it that way, but it's a tool that everyone's got. A screwdriver, hammer, boom, 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 through, off. And I haven't got an oil filter remover with me. I've got several different types in the garage, but I haven't gone with me. So I'm going to hope it undoes by hand. If it doesn't undo by hand, then I may try another little technique, which is wrapping a cloth around it and then wrapping a big wrench in the cloth and then using that like one of the tools, like a chain tool. If that don't work, I probably will use a screwdriver and hammer. You can't do that on the other type of oil filters, which are the element ones, where you have a little screw at the bottom and you unscrew a canister which is part of the car. So don't be trying to smack a screwdriver through that. You then, inside there, you have a paper element. Pull that out, replace it, and there'll be an O-ring in the top. They're a bit of a fiddle. Once you replace the O-ring, which you should get with the filter, and do up the canister again. The advantage is you don't need any special tools. Disadvantage is if you get the O-ring in wrong, you start it up and dump the whole lot of oil. But I haven't got one of those anyway. I've got the canister ones, which the whole thing unscrews. You replace the whole filter. I've got an air filter, fuel filter. They're easy, they're under the bonnet. So while it's draining, I will I may attempt to loosen the filter then when I'm under the car, just to see where I am, what sort of nightmare I'm going to end up with. And then I'll come out, I'll do the air filter, the fuel filter. It's a diesel, by the way, so I haven't got plugs or anything like that. And then hopefully by then all the oil will be gone into the drainer, not on the floor. I can then pop the plug back in, nice and easy. I'm hoping the seal is okay on that, because I don't have another one. They used to supply those with the filters, all in the filter, but they don't seem to do that anymore. So I'm hoping it'll do again for this time. Then I will fill up the oil. That's my plan. If it starts raining halfway through, I've had it. I've got to carry on. But what I'm worried about is my phone or camera getting covered in water, rain. So there's potential for it to go wrong. There's potential that the ramps will give way and I'm stuck under the car. But hopefully I'll document the whole thing so you can see. The fire brigade turn up, lift the car off me. But I would imagine my phone will cut out at that point. So I'll have to ask one of them to switch it back on again to document the full nightmare that can happen. But I'm not envisaging a nightmare. It should be straightforward, bish bosh done. New oil, lovely jubbly. Because there's one thing with diesels that you'll notice, they perform much better with new oil. And I probably won't do it today, but I also want to test the turbo valve with a vacuum pump I bought. But I don't think I'll be asked to do that today. I think I'll do that another day. Because I'm not convinced the turbo's working properly. So there's my plan. Always good to have a plan. Although I have found in the past, every time I have a plan, it goes to pot. But you'll see the ramps. Retro, I like to call them, because hardly anyone seems to use them anymore. But they're quite useful, particularly giving you a bit more when you're a little bit larger than slim. You've got a lot more room to get under the car, and they should give a bit of warning before they collapse. But they're quite new ones. I bought them for a ride on lawnmower, but they're car ones, so don't panic there. They should be up to the weight limit of the car. But you'll see, hopefully I'll drive up them perfectly. But they've got a nasty habit of you getting up and then poof. And you could get someone to stand on them for you, but those sort of people are few and far between. They don't seem to want to do that, and I don't know why. So I'm hoping I'll just drive up them and then I'll be away, as long as it don't rain. I thought I'll do this introduction video anyway, so if I end up doing it tomorrow. But the weathermen don't seem to know what they're doing. It's one of those jobs, I think, where they make it up. I get to the office in the morning, look out the window and go, nah, it's not going to rain today. Put it on the websites, it's not going to rain. We'll cover ourselves by putting a 40% chance of rain. That'll do. But they're making it up. They've got all this technology, satellite technology, radar technology. At the end of the day, I think they make it up. Don't know. Anyway, I'll say cheerio for now, and hopefully the next thing you see will be me driving seamlessly up ramps. If you don't know what I'm talking about with the ramps, you will do in a minute. Welcome back. This is a bit of a... It's next day after doing my engine service, oil change. And it's an apology for what you're about to see. So I will play it, try and make the best of what I've got, but it was horrendous. Not the job was fine. The car's running lovely now. And it was oil change, filter change, oil filter, air filter, fuel filter, of which I captured about, well, half of it, because the phone cut out. I was allowing for that, and I was watching out for the timer. When it got to about 16 minutes, I thought, well, I'll stop it, play another video, record another video. Then completely cut out because the battery went from 85% to 0 in about 5 minutes. So I've ordered a new phone, had enough, decided that the quality and the aggro of it cutting out, and I can't keep looking at the phone when I'm by the way, today I'm ruined, struggling under a car. I can't keep looking at the phone to check that it hasn't cut out. It's at a level of incompetence that I can't deal with. It's bad enough being incompetent anyway, without having equipment let you down. So, as from next week, I will be, well, firing on all cylinders, let's hope, with a new phone. And this one I'm going to throw away. So I will try and make my best of stitching whatever I've got together, and I will do another little video to end the video, showing you what I did that you didn't see, because I did something a little bit different with getting the oil filter off, which is well and truly stuck on there. I decided I was already covered in oil, so I didn't want to smack a screwdriver into it, like I said I could do, because I thought that's going to make so much mess. Because you see, the oil filter is still full of oil, so when you smack a screwdriver in, it obviously comes out, and you're smacking it, and it just. I didn't used to mind it making a mess, but I didn't want to get completely covered. And as you know, with diesels, the engine oil is as black can be. Even after 500 miles, it'll be black. Which is why it's important to note the mileage when you do an oil change, because you can't tell after 500 miles. All that oil looks a bit dirty. You'll be changing it every 5 minutes. I like to do it about every 10 or 12,000. Don't even bother looking at the book, because some cars will say, oh, you can go 40,000 miles without an oil change now. Well, I don't believe that, so I will always do it 10 to 12,000 miles. So this is just a warning that what you're about to see is not the best. What did go swimmingly is driving up the ramps. But as you will see, the near side left-hand wheel was only halfway up the ramp, because it had pushed the ramp a bit, but I didn't realise until I watched the video. Didn't even look at the wheel, which was good, wasn't it? Nothing like safety. I now know why ramps are not used anymore. I called them retro, because most cars, like any cars that aren't what I would call proper cars, well, like Fast and Furious cars, you can't get the ramp to anywhere near the wheel because the spoilers are that far off the ground. And even this one did touch it on the front left side, but only just touched it. You'll never get it anywhere near. You got a nice low Toyota Corolla or something like that, your ramps are going to be no use whatsoever. You'd have to jack the car up to put it on the ramp. That's the only way you could do it. But it was quite useful, because I could get my slender frame under the car. But I don't know why today I feel like I feel like I've wrestled The Rock and he won. I don't know why I feel so bad. Last night I was just ruined, absolutely ruined. And I thought, well, I can't. It must just be, I don't know, something to do with me, but there's no way I can not do an oil change now. It's pathetic, in my opinion, even with having a stroke and my knees hurting. I think it was the amount of time, because my plan went to pot. And then when the phone cut out battery, well, I had to carry on with the job because I can't leave it half done. I couldn't charge the phone up because it would be pitch black again when I was doing it, finishing off. So I just carried on and didn't record it for obvious reasons. But I will get some stuff out and show you. The oil filter was particularly innovative idea. I've never done it before. But like I said, I didn't have a proper oil filter remover, which are several designs. Well, you'll see after the video, whatever it is. Right, cheerio. There's a new filter. I'm gonna have a go at getting the old one out. Well, I'm at the point of no return now, because my car's got no oil in it. Oh Christ. I very usefully put a pipe right by the oil filter. That's handy. I think I'll come back to the filter. I'll go and do the other stuff. Get some grips on there. Just check this. About right. That's about right. Oh. Alright. Let's go and do the other stuff. Crap. Crap. Oh. Well, this is held in there with something. Little bit of attention with a screwdriver. Got it. Box is quite clean. Looks like the right one. Pretty right, isn't it? Look at that. Goes in there nice. Now, I've dropped one of the screws. No idea where it's gone. My guess would be in the bucket of oil, but I don't know. Just going to get some copperies. This stuff, just because some of the nuts are a bit crusty. This will help next time. I will look for the other bolt. If not, I'll stick another one in at some point. Not the end of the world.